Good evening, everyone. It is 9 p.m. here in Tokyo on November 17th, 2023, Friday. Welcome to Pocky Tank for Your Entertainment, episode 35, Endwalker Adventures. I'm not going to come up with new titles every episode because there's just going to be too many of them that are all Endwalker. So, in any case, welcome to the stream today, folks. Hope you are doing well. Make sure... streaming going okay, and yes, there we go. Any case, today we'll be continuing our adventures through the wonderful world of Eorzea. Sounds like Disney almost. The wonderful world of Eorzea. I mean, I guess Golden Saucer kind of like Disneyland. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and continue. Last we left off, we had just come back from the moon, from space, and we're gonna talk to Krill and Kuriru and Tataru, and figure out what is going on with the world right now. Let's see if I can get this thing to click properly. There we go. No real news. Holidays are coming up. I'm not sure if I will stream next Friday, because that's Thanksgiving weekend. Think here. Let's see. Friday night would be Friday morning for folks, so it'd be you'd be getting over your turkey Thanksgiving, or your Thanksgiving food comas possibly if you celebrate. For folks here in Japan, Thanksgiving is technically, we have a Japanese holiday that is technically called Thanksgiving on Thursday. It happens to overlap this year, but it's still more of kind of a general giving of thanks than a specific thing, like the way America and Canada does it. But so we'll see how. I'll make my decision probably earlier next week. I'd like to keep going because I'm sure I could use more time on this. But for now, let's go ahead and proceed. Let me roll up my sleeves here so it's a little easier to type and such. And control the keyboard. It's cold enough here now that I'm wearing my sweater. And normally I keep the sleeves down. Pardon me. Oh, goodness. Normally I keep the sleeves down, but when I'm playing games and stuff, it's easier to keep my sleeves rolled up, even though my arms get a little cold. So, alright, let's go. Tataru. Oh, it's so good to see you. And free from chilblains, I take it. You'll be pleased to know everything's been kept in order ever since you've been away. I even brought a few useful knickknacks with me from back home. But no sooner had they arrived than I received word of Krill in poor health. And you on the moon! If you meant to give me a fright, you succeeded. Sorry, Tataru. Yes. Welcome back, Celessa. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. No, don't need to apologize. You're trying to help out. Heidelin called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered. My body flying through the life stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of aether. So exhausted. In fact, I can only laugh, for it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would that I would laugh at a time like this. Would that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiac from being unleashed upon the world, I am curious to know what else took place from there on the moon. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let us reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Alright. Actually, let me go ahead and... Do I have gear I need to mend? Apparently I do. Really wish I could just press one button and just repair everything in my bags. Like, is there ever a reason to not just repair everything other than money? Oof, poor. Alright. Enter the main hall. Okay. Also, I've been thinking about this, folks. If you're here because you saw the pretty cat girl on the pre-start slide, and then you tuned in and you saw this, I highly apologize. It was not meant to be bait and switch. I am not indeed a cute girl or a cat girl of any type. I'm an old man. With this voice, hopefully you wouldn't be surprised by that either. Some people have suggested I do VTubing with my character as my avatar, and it would still be this voice with that face, so I don't know. In any case, here we go. Wait for your comrades to arrive? Yes. Man, waiting is so fast in this game compared to, like, real life. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Oriandra be joining us? He's busy. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid. Although Celeste can explain why better than I. Excuse me. The final days, as befell Amarat. And we are to escape via the moon? What of the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amarat, the solution would be to alter the flow of aether throughout the entirety of the star. They just accomplished this by summoning Zodiac, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Yeah, let's not go for the Thanos solution, shall we? Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat with which even the Amartines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There is still much that we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amartines' creation magics. We command no such power. Which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the form, then. Having worked with the Labyrinths in secret all this time, there's surely more than they can tell us.
Forgive the interruption, but I have urgent news.
The forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. I have a bad feeling about this. That is a lot of people in white robes. Dad does not look happy. This is not happy music either. You don't say.
故にあえて古き議会のあり方にのっとり、できる限り全ての市民に集まってもらったのだ。近頃、国外においてテロホロイと名乗る集団が騒ぎを起こしているのを耳にした者もいるだろう。
Just a little.
それ自体は人の世にありふれた騒乱に過ぎない。しかし、彼らが終末という言葉を用いたことで、哲学者議会は警戒を強めていたのだ。我々はかつて、去るお方から予言を預かった。終末の最悪を招かんとする者、真なを馳せしとき、真なる終末が天より注ぎて星を食らわん。
That's pleasant.
聞いたことのない予言だ。
災いを暗示しているのかしら。
まあ待て、具体的に話したいところだが、そのためにはまず我々にかけられた魔法を解かねばならん。
If you try to blame this on us, I am putting a sword through your head.
我らの子の葉を覆うものよ、消えたまえ。今しめは子供でくとけよ。
The enchantment broken? Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. They were, like, had a gate us that they couldn't talk about this in public.
これでようやく我々が抱えてきた使命を明らかにできる。あとは頼めるかね。
Oh, where the heck are they?
We're back in Charlotte, Christopher.
Look Christmassy.
This is not Christmassy, Christopher. They're talking about the end of the world.
Yes, but Solomon looks Christmassy.
Yeah, yes, Christopher, but it's not. All right. I know it's getting close to the holidays. That is not the Christmas efforts for this game. All right. This is a very serious situation. So very dramatic situation.
But
遡ることおよそ270年前、我らが祖先は聖地ドラマニアにて世界探索を敢行した。それについては皆も知るところだろう。だが その真なる成果は議会によって知られてきた。
Bunnies. They discovered bunnies.
彼らは探索の最中で開口したのだ。星の医師ハイデリンにハイデリンは我らの祖先に先の予言を、星を終焉に導くような最悪が訪れる可能性を示唆し、同時に一つの救いを提示した。月は巨大な船であると。そこに地上の生命を運び、新天地を目指すように教えたのだ。
Moon's a ship.
さながら箱舟によって大洪水による破滅を逃れた我らが始祖ニュークレフのように。
It is the Battlestar Galactica, and it searches for the lost colony of Earth.
事実、月にはハイデリンの要する協力者がおり、我々は幾度か彼らと交信を行ってきた。
Those servants of Hadolin are very cute bunnies.
もって予言を事実になりうるものだと確信した我らは、この国を発展させると同時に月へと運び出すべき知恵を収集してきたのだ。
Okay. It's an important mission, but y'all didn't have to be jerks about it.
それを今隠したということは、まさかその最悪の到来が近いのですか？
How much time do we have? 10 seconds. Have a nice day.
月の協力者から時来たれりの信号があった。もはやいつ星が終焉を迎えてもおかしくない。
And now we're in the middle of Deep Impact. Or Armageddon, depending on what your preference is.
この星からの大撤収を行う。
Where are our space-trained oil rig guys now?
本計画を主導するのは、英知ドラバニアからの大撤収でも手腕を振るった彼、ウルシュの地だ。 知恵ある者よ、賢き同胞よ。これから起こる未曾有の危機は、未だかつてないほど世界を混乱に陥れるだろう。故にこそ、我らサーレアンの民は、冷静に、よどみなく、世界の救済に向けて進まなければならない。
So please don't panic.
断言しよう。我らの英知はそれを果たすに足るものだと。皆が良き船員となり、義理式ニュークレフとなるのだ。必ずやこの荒波を乗り越え、最悪後の新時代を共に生きよう。
So while they prepare to escape, we have to figure a way to stop the end of the world. Okay. Mikota dude there does not look convinced.
追って各機関より伝達する。焦らずに普段の仕事を維持しつつ指示に従ってほしい。では解散。
Oh man. Everyone's being awfully calm about this. You'd think there'd be at least some people screaming, "Oh my god, all is lost, all is lost." All is lost, all is lost.
アルフィノ、この前 お母様から言われたことを覚えてる？お父様が議員としての活動に心血を注ぐようになったのは私たちが生まれてからだって。そんな活動っていうのが星からの脱出計画を進めることならお父様が逃がしたかったのは。
ああ、きっとそうだったのだろうね。
He still didn't have to be such a jerk to you guys. Seriously. I may not be the greatest dad, but at least I try not to be a jerk. Your dad was a jerk.
すまない。少しだけ時間をもらってもいいだろうか。一言、父と話してきたんだ。
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable.
ありがとう。ちゃんと伝えてくるよ。
I'll be sure to tell him.
私も一緒に行くわ。伝えたいことは同じでしょうけど。
What I want to say is the same thing, but...
どうした？また逃げずに戦いとでも言いに来たのか？
Seriously, stop being such a jerk, Dad.
いいえ、私たちは哲学者議会の計画に反対はしません。逃げることを望む人を安全に逃がしてあげてほしい。月にはお父様もご存知のウリエンジがとどまっています。何かあれば彼がシャーレアンと月のクルーたちをつないでくれるでしょう。
お前たちはどうするつもりだ？
Interesting. He says, and the Japanese, he says, so what do you plan to do then?
私たちは様々な土地を旅し、多くの文化や人に触れてきました。
I just realized, you asshole philosophers, you're not going to evacuate the rest of the world, you're only going to evacuate your little town of scholars, you jerks. They're not going to tell anyone else.
そこかしこに地図や書物で見るだけでは測りきれないような時間と思いの積み重ねがあった。
The actual heck.
そうしたものを守り、愛し、求め、時に命を懸けて挑んだ人たちを大勢見てきました。彼らはこの大地とこの星と共に生きているのです。それだけじゃない。シャーレアンや月の技術をもってしても救えない場所にだってかけがえのない仲間がいる。だから私は今度こそ胸を張ってこう答えましょう。彼らのために、彼らと共に私は戦い続けると。時に声を張り、時に武器を抜きながら。
分かってくれってもう言わないわ。ただお父様に見ていてほしい。子供だからできないとか、賢い者は争いを避けるべきだとか、そういう決めつけはなしで。私たちが走っていく姿、ちゃんと見ててよね。
They're definitely taking some liberties with the original Japanese here. Like, watch us in action. But I know the translators have the writers to kind of.
邪魔をしないならばそれでいい。
If you're not gonna get in my way, then do as you wish. And also, are they gonna keep growing taller? Like, be as tall as their dad?
いい単価だったんじゃない？かっこよかったわよ、二人とも。
You were pretty cool there.
あそこまで行ってきたんじゃ無策だってなんだってそうそう値を上げられないな。
あげないわよ。最後の最後までここで生きたい人がいる限り週末に立ち向かってやるわ。
だとしたら一度しっかり休んでおかないとな。ここのところそれぞれ強行軍だったんだ。特にお前はゾディアークとの戦いも含めてぶっ続けだろう。今日はもうフラフラ出歩かずに分間で休めよ。それじゃあみんなで帰ろうか。
You of all people.
また明日から
I'm surprised you're
戦う
not
た
just
めに
passing out. Not passing out, but like dizzy from everything. All right. Old Charlotte Aetherite Plaza. That is a little rock in a minecart. Okay. Quill tells me the Forum made a rather momentous announcement. So there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded my own narrow escape from the Isle of Val. The realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after. Why me, I asked myself. Why me? Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows? Maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. Whoop. No, not yet. No. There we go. XP for the XP gods, as it were.
Well, that was certainly interesting.
Looking at the moon, which we now know is a spaceship. Oh, that's not good. Time for cosmic migraines. Oh, that's not good. And premonitions of meteors coming down and destroying the world. That's lovely. A visitor has come knocking at your door. Whoever could it be? That's easy. Ishto. like this is a...
こんばんは。起きていてくれてよかったわ。
Not like this is a dating sim or anything like that, but yeah, every chance I get to talk to Isha, I'm gonna take, so...
とりあえず、そのまま動かないでいてもらえて。
Please don't hurt us, girlfriend.
問題はなさそうね。
Okay. She's like, why?
ほら、あなた第一世界で戦っていた時に大津肉が放出した光を溜め込んでいたでしょ。
Well, yes.
そういう前科があるからゾディアークを倒しても異変がなかったか改めて見ておこうと思ったのよ。
Aww. You care. You really do care.
リーンがいない以上気づいてあげられるのは私くらいでしょうしね。仕方のない状況だったとはいえ、あのゾディアークと真っ向勝負だなんて。その前は別人の体に入れられていたし、あなた何か物騒な呪いでもかけられているのではなくて。
Are you under a really horrible curse?
というのは冗談だとしても、第一世界でアーモロートを訪れた頃のあなたの魂は本当に亀裂だらけだったのよ。見せられるものなら戒めに見せてあげたいくらい。私はもう二度とあんな痛々しいもの見たくないわ。
I never want to see that again. Yeah.
分かったら時には自分を大事になさいな。それから何かあったら相談すること。理解できて。
Of course.
なら私は退散するわ。シャーレアンの夜は冷えるから暖かくしてきちんとベッドに入って眠るのよ。
It'd be warmer if you joined me. I mean, hi.
Hey.
アジントタ。
You're not married to my character, are you? I love you. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up your voice. Actually, it's just kind of funny. You have these one-sided conversations. Have these one-sided conversations on the VODs. I feel like I look like Bernie Sanders now with my hair like this. Like an Asian Bernie Sanders.
No.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. A short while earlier, in the Isle of Beyond quarter.
ここから見えていたあの不気味な塔、消えてくれて本当に良かったわね。
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Whenever someone says, thank God, goodness, bad thing has ended, a new bad thing is about to start.
That is kind of the definition of these
で
games,
も
isn't it?
例のイルサバード派遣団が帝都で県境を排除したらしい。それで各地の塔もきれいさっぱりだそうだ。
Boy.
ありがたいわ。ダーバン様たちが防備を固めてくれていたのもあって大きな被害が出なかったのが不幸中の幸いよ。でも派遣団といえばガレマルドから帝国人のテンパードを大勢連れてきたとか大丈夫なのかしら。
ダーバーン様の説明によるとエオルジア四国で分断した
ありがとう。
Oh, someone.
うちには当面迎え入れる予定はない。
Alright. Hello, Squeaky Samurai. This is juice. I need to figure out how to get the alerts to work again. Visually.
褒められたことじゃないでしょうけど、少し安心しちゃったわ。
Alright, sitting up now, not slouching. There we go. I've had my hydration, I'm sitting up. Someone's just spent points to make me sit up straight.
Thank you. Ugh.
Dude looks like he's got a permanent frown on his face. Oh, dude, it's okay. Oh no, that's not good. That's
Bad juju.
That's bad. I don't even know who that was. Meanwhile, in Ishgard.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice.
I was like, meanwhile, Stately Wayne Manor.
Close enough. So, why does everything feel like... Bleh?
Sorry you're not feeling well, honey.
こりゃまた随分と大胆なご依頼だな。さて、どうしたもんか。
Well. Oh, that's not good.
おい、大丈夫か。
Dude, no, don't assume. No, God. Alright, so now we've got people wandering around flaring up in dark energy. That's not good.
It's a zombie infection?
No. So, until we defeated the dude in charge of them, there were these towers popping up everywhere that were mind controlling people, right?
Yeah.
This is reminiscent of that. They're not zombies per se.
Didn't mean for it to explode.
I was saving that for later, but, you know, okay.
Just trying to wash down the...
No, I get it.
Ooh, excuse me.
But that's number 2. Man, don't say that.
Love you.
Love you too. Good night, honey.
Good night, folks.
I don't like the way the map's turning black like that. That's really kind of frightening. You know, Scoob, I don't like the way that's looking. Shaggy, I am not. Alright. Hello, Tataru. Ooh. Dies or money. Sky's aflame?
That doesn't sound healthy.
Oh, Celessa, I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid we've received another call for assistance. This one comes from Rads at Hand. The others have assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You must join them at once. with a quest title like Skies of Flame, that makes me not happy with the situation. Ah, there you are. Well, our worst fears have come to pass. But moments ago, we received grim tidings from our contact in Radzahan. Vile beasts have appeared out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. And suddenly I'm reminded of my premonition. That's... God. Good gods, are the final days already upon us? It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Radzahan are busy fighting for their lives. But we must go at once. They need our help. Agreed. Krill, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You're in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Tataru's got her game face on. Be safe out there, yes? Let's first make for you. Gedlimad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. Alright. Time for some action, I guess, but... If the might of Vitra is not enough to hold these fiends at bay, Radzahan is in dire straits indeed. We must go at once. If this calamity is indeed come to Thavnair, it is all too likely that Corvus across the strait finds itself in a similar predicament. Even now, it remains an imperial province, and as such, it may be some time until we can ascertain the situation there. We can only hope that Krill and Tataru will be able to provide us with some insight sooner than later. I'm glad for Krill's support. I'll also call upon Hori Boulder and the others to assist us. They'll be our eyes and ears in the field, as they have been many times before. No similar creatures have been sighted here in Charlian. That said, the early signs may manifest in other regions ere long. We must be prepared for every eventuality. With the fall of the tower in Thavnair, the Hanish were beginning to enjoy semblance of peace. And now this. We do not wield the creation might that the ancients did, yet still these abominations appear. Whatever could be the cause? I would rather accompany you to Thavnair, but Raha's occurrences are well founded. The last thing I want to be is a burden. And so I will remain here with Tataru, and do all I can to gather knowledge that might serve us in the battle to come. Godspeed in your journey, Khalosa. In ancient times, the phenomenon was first observed in places where the sexual currents had grown weakest. To assume there's a stagnancy of aether in the skies above Radzahan, unbeknownst even to Vitra. Alright, let's go. Time for some teleporting. Oh man. Well then. Well, that's... Wow, these things are messed up looking. What the hell? This is some Geiger-esque BS here. What the heck? Well, we'll have to save the world then.
皆さん、報告をお聞きいただけたのですね。
ええ。アヒガンドの状況を詳しく教えていただけますか。
昨夜のこと、悲鳴とも地鳴りともつかない音が島中に響き渡りました。まもなく空が燃え出した。それに前後して見たこともないような獣が現れ、暴れ始めたのです。いいえ、この表現では正しくはありませんね。人が突然転じたのです。恐るべき異形の獣に。
Oh, that's even worse.
異変は島の至るところで起こっていますが、ラザハンで最初に確認されたひときわ強大な獣が特に甚大な被害をもたらしている。
Oh my
我々は
goodness.
その個体を神話に登場する人であり獣である神、神獣のまがいものであるとして異神獣と名付けました。異神獣は今島の北側に回って暴れています。これより聖戦士団を送り込み討伐を試みるところです。
Right.
ウルトラのやつはどうしてるんだ。我々に先駆けて単身北側に向かわれました。しかしウリトラ様は異神獣や獣たちが己の愛する領民であったことを心得ていらっしゃいます。
Yeah, how does it... Oh man.
あのお方の慈悲深さが命取りにならぬと良いのですが。
状況は分かりました。異神獣の討伐作戦、ぜひ我々にも協力させてください。
なんと心強き申し出か。深く感謝いたします。聖戦士団は複数のルートで島の北側に向かっています。いくつかの部隊がここエドリマンの船着き場から船で北上する予定です。暁の皆さんも同様に船で北側にお送りします。上陸地点にはうっそうとした密林が広がっている。異神獣以外の獣たちに遭遇する可能性もあるでしょう。
Oh man.
どうか念入りに戦いのお支度を。私は船着き場でお待ちしております。
準備抜かりないわ。行きましょう。
Yep. Now, is this gonna be a dungeon, or is this gonna be a trial, or is this gonna be just the quests? Hey, it's Quickie Samurai. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. So the beasts are not born of creation magic to run amok, but are rather their altered forms of the people themselves. In that sense, this manifestation in the final days differs from that which we witnessed in Amarat. Indeed. Yeah, I haven't said that you have to follow first because there was a span a while back of spam bots and stuff like that, unfortunately, that hit me too, so... And for the worst, I dare say. If any man, woman, or child can become a beast at any moment, there's no telling whence the next threat might come. We must exercise extreme caution. Don't worry. No matter how grim things might get, I won't lose heart. I'm ready whenever you need me. This feels like a dungeon setup. If it's true that the people themselves are transformed into beasts, why even the radiant host could suffer the same fate? Or us, perish in thought. That would be really bad. If you're an advanced GPT-powered spam bot, then I want the source code because I can sell that. Innocent souls twisted and reformed into unholy abominations. I thought I'd seen the last of such nightmares with the Sin Eaters. We must act quickly, Celesta. Every moment we tarry means another soul may be lost to this nightmare. Yep. Usually the most dangerous foe in a worm's domain is the worm themselves. If I were Vitra, I would be as offended as I am horrified. I shall survey the environments closely as we go about our search. There may be some clues as to how we can combat this phenomenon. Alright, here we go. Everyone is assembled, yes? I thank you for lending your aid in our battle against the blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. I haven't played 16 yet, no. I haven't had a chance, unfortunately. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. But I hear 16 was a lot of fun, actually, so... Someday. I do have a PS5. Scraped and saved up for that over, like, 4 years to buy it, finally, so... Victor and the Radiant Host have gone they're ahead of us. I ask that you join them, and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. I probably will look at some summaries on 16, just so that when the crossover event for 14 happens, I'll be able to play it and understand what's going on. Alright, it is time for a dungeon. Also, it's time for... possibly time for flight quests. Yeah, flight quests, okay. Where are the Matanga everywhere? Why are there Matanga everywhere? Has this town fallen? Hi. Ah, your face. It is known to me. You were the warrior who fought for the mole and the Nadam. I'm Mogul of the Katayan. It was your bravery and skill which inspired me to embark on my own hero's journey. Final Fantasy meets DMC does sound like a really cool combination. Like, I'm gonna miss... Like, I prefer turn-based games because... honestly, I'm getting kind of old. And my reflexes aren't what they used to be. But at the same time, it looked really freaking cool, so I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pick it up on sale or something like that. Yet now I foolishly blundered into the debt of Matanga. Why do these others walk without fear? Do they not care if they are slaughtered? I do not doubt your word, but grandmother would always warn me. If you encounter Matanga, you turn tail and flee, as fast and as far as you can. Her tails are awful and bloody, and so now the very sight of them, the terror rises unbidden. No, I cannot stay here. I must earn enough coin to buy passage from this nightmare island as soon as possible. I beg of you, stay at my side for a time, just until I meet with this Kankana person the sailors told me about. She is said to have work that pays a fair wage, so I will see what she has for me. Yeah, I mean, beyond just preference, there'll always be, people who just can't play action games. It's one of the reasons why I stick mostly on my other stream with turn-based RPGs for my personal time, and then my other stream I tend to do side-scrolling platformers like Metroidvanias and stuff like that. We're getting a Super Mario RPG for Christmas for someone. So, not that he doesn't actually realize it probably, but still, don't want to announce it to the world. Where are you? There you are. You know, the funny thing is, I never played Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo back in the day. By the Dusk Mother! No one told me Kankana was a Matanga. Could I ask you to speak with her in my stead? Yeah, I'm playing After Image right now on Sundays. Metroidvanias tend to be my specialty and my preference. Not that I'm like a good gamer per se, but yeah. So Sundays are for console titles for the most part, and then of course Friday is Final Fantasy Friday here. So. Welcome to Yedmahad, traveler. I am Kankana, and it is my job to assign the right work to the right workers. Might I have your name? Celesta and Olgul, was it? Let me jot those down. Oh, grandmother, why? Why did it have to be a Matanga? Oh, but yeah, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Japan time, so 8 a.m. Eastern, and what, 5 a.m. Pacific is when I do my Sunday streams. I do about 3 hours, give or take, depending. So, is your companion quite alright? Ah, an understandable reaction. The Gajasura tribe have done much to stain the reputation of our people. You are looking for work, though, yes? Many have been forced to take what they can since the troubles began. So I'm afraid all the simple jobs are gone. As for what's left, I only have tasks for seasoned fighters. Does that sound like something you could do? Cool, yeah. I always post the time on Twitter. Occasionally I start late because my alarm clock doesn't go off or whatever, but for the most part, I tend to start 10 a.m. on Sundays pretty consistently. Excuse me, my glasses got a little yucked up here. Fighting? I can fight. Lest you doubt, my skill's likened to that of the Dragonbane, the legendary Chakazo herself. I'm not familiar with the name, but you sound formidable indeed. Why don't we start you on escort duty then? A group of artisans set out to harvest materials, and ask that I send any prospective protectors their way, should I happen to list any. What? They already set off? Is our duty not to escort them? There's to be ritual dance performed in the Kajaya's footsteps. They'll need an incense, and costumes for the dancers and such. The entire thing was decided rather suddenly, so there was no time to waste. Which new Godzilla movie? Like, there's, what is it, Godzilla -1, I think it's called, or something like that? No worries, and that's fine. I've had a chance to watch the new movies recently, unfortunately. The last Godzilla movie I watched was Shin Godzilla, earlier this year, because it happened to pop onto Amazon Japan for free with Prime, so... But I know there's a new one that came out that, yeah, like the Godzilla -1 or Godzilla 0 or something like that. Haven't watched that yet, but it looks interesting. And these artisans you speak of, do they also include Matanga in their number? Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely want to see that sometime. The question will be just when, unfortunately. It was Ark Sodara who submitted the request. I hope that won't be a problem. Oh, not at all. I look forward to defeating my most feared enemy. Salsa, I cannot do this alone. Pray lend me the strength of the victor of the Nadam, and half the reward of this task will be yours. Escort quests, great. The artisans didn't plan to venture far. Leave Yellowmad to the west, and you should come across your employer. Then that is where we shall meet. You'll find me there, yes? The things I do for Aether Currents. Speaking of which... Wow, I'm missing a lot of Aether Currents here. I guess we're going to be here for a while, so... Jeez. Dusk Mother, give me courage. Ah, you must be a related escort, yes? Glad to have such courageous... Is your companion not well? She seems a bit touch shaky. Of course. I should have thought it before. I shall harvest the numerous disagreements while the artisan stays here. That way I have no need to fear him, or being harmed. Perfect. Was that lightning just now? Oh. Never mind the meteors falling from the sky. No, come back. I must say, this is less than ideal. My people are already scattered across the wilds, and I wanted someone to roam around and ensure they were safe from attack. Is your friend perhaps frightened by Arxodara? I have met such travelers before. Well, no matter. If you can patrol the area as I asked, I must return to my own harvesting. Good grief. Ogul has run off into the wilds alone. Keep an eye out for her as you continue your patrol. Right. Wounded Arxodara and Ogul. You're under attack. What have I actually... Zot. Tusks, trunks, bone-crunching feet. You must be thinking me foolish. I was so absorbed in my task, I failed to notice the ground shaking at their approach. Still, my injuries are light and my satchel is full. Thanks to you, I think I can make it back to town in time to meet the others. What happened? Oh yeah, the GameStar CX Live was amazing. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun. I've been thinking about spending the money actually to pick up the VOD to see what parts I missed because I was too busy screaming my head off and doing stuff. But that was a near thing. I took the first one by surprise, but the second, knowing what Tenga stood at my back, my mind froze and my body refused to obey. But yeah, I really enjoyed the live show. I'm gonna buy the DVD probably. I have the... I thought I had the other one around here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Huh. I'll have to look around my collection here later. Oh, that's right. It would be a DVD, not a Blu-ray. So, because they don't do well, they might do a Blu-ray for this because it's special, but. There's a documentary episode. I'll have to check my cable box then. If I'm in it, that'll be hilarious. Grandmother taught me we should let fear wash over us like water, but to my shame, I could not have failed her more thoroughly. Not to sound ungrateful, Celesta, but why did you follow me? We were to patrol? Forgive me, I should have waited for orders, instead of running off alone, putting lives in peril. Come, we should return to our employer. I want to be sure that the wounded man reach safety. Alright, at least she actually cares. I'm pretty sure I can't jump down, right? Yeah. Dude. Ah, I see. That would be cool. Oh, you were. I didn't. My wife told me that I showed up, and I was like, you know, I had my mask on because she said, all you see is this. All you see is this, but, you know, I guess I was being really, really passionate about Mega Man 2. So. Deep breath. Let it wash over you. My colleague told me of his rescue. Although we had hoped for an escort from the start, imagine if he hadn't come at all. I've sent him and the others back to our workshop, so consider your duty with us complete. You have my thanks. As for your payment, that you can collect from Kankana. So, if I show up on the screen, then yeah, we'll see. I thought the reasons why I want to see the VOD, because I obviously didn't see myself on the screen. I'm just like, go, no, go the other, no, left, right. I vaguely remember gesturing really hard. That's about it. It, you know, kind of feels. He is a performer, but I don't think he does it on purpose. He's just that bad sometimes. I think he has the reverse of clutch. Like he has fail. Because he gets, I don't know, he gets a little cocky maybe? I don't know. He's like, I did it, I'm good, I'm not good, you know, it's hard to say. I had no troubles in Doma or Kurgane, I assure you. This is different. Ah, there you are. Your employer expressed satisfaction with your work, so congratulations on a job well done. As a response to the recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned to say the least. As a consequence, the artisans have been hard-pressed to make everything ready. Yeah, he chokes so much, like... Some of it's fear, especially when it's like platformers and stuff like that, and what I call Mario anxiety. The whole, am I gonna make the jump? Some of it's just yeah, I don't know, like watching all the various shows he's done over the years. You know, sometimes it's ego. He's like, yes, I'm done, and he puts the controller down, and he's like, no, don't do that, oh, you're dead. And stuff like that, so. To be honest, when I first started doing this back in 2012, 2013, he was a big influence on me, actually. From watching his show, I'm like, you know, I wanted to be just kind of a casual, just playing games and trying to do my best to finish them. I am admittedly a better player than him in some respects, but, you know, he definitely has stamina for this. I mean, obviously it's for the show, but, you know. As a response to the recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned to say the least. As a consequence, the artisans have been hard-pressed to make everything ready. But when times are hard, the people of Thavnair rely on such traditions to renew their faith and bolster their hearts with the teachings of the divine. The death of an artisan would have thrown the whole thing into disarray, and thus your rescue was timely indeed. Please, accept your payment, half each, as agreed upon. Are you interested in further work? I may have something for you, if so. Oh wait, hold on a second. Almost forgot. Back to Sage. Give me those XPs. Yeah, his never give upness is definitely... Alright. Now we can go do the dungeon. Oops, wrong way. I did all the ones over there, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, no, his ability to just keep going, especially on the old controllers. Like, my hands would be cramped to hell and back if I tried to do that, honestly. So, I was impressed by that. And he's a nice person in person. I've been to a couple live events they've done in the past. So those are always interesting. Met a nice bunch of nice people too over the years at the events. Hopefully, there'll be another live event that isn't as big as this one was, and actually be able to see them and talk to them again. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Vanaspati. Ilsabard. Vanaspati. Man. These poor people. You are messed. It's these things here with the extra mouths. Something about extra mouths kind of bothers me. Oh, did we? Let's see here. That means... Are you the gentleman that we met in line then? When I met with Bob and Nina, with my wife. Or are you the other gentleman? Oh, have a good day, Doc. Enjoy your vacation. Have a good 3-day weekend, and oh, that's no good. But I will, Doc. Thanks. Have a good day. Yeah. See you on Sunday. Who are you guys actually attacking? You're attacking this one, alright. Okay. I recall you now, yes. It's good to see you again, as it were. Alright, there we go. Okay, this is... No, I get it, sir. They're your people, and you care about them. I get it. I just wish they would stop chewing on me. Oops. Let me back up so you guys get in a better AoE range. There we go. And this is what I mean by getting a better cluster. Get over here. That's better. Just wasted that ability though. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Let me think here. I wonder if Twitch does DMs. If it does, you can try that. Yeah, there were a lot of folks at the show that were very nice to meet, so... You are just legs? Oh no, there's a face. Okay, I'm like... Come here. There we go. Yeah... My wife and I were able to get a slightly slower departure. Ooh. It's like, why are you not attacking me? Okay. Partially because I left my jack behind and go back for it, but... Dear Alphanaut and everyone, use your AoE spells. Alright, there we go, and not the single target. Okay, can't go that way because it's on fire, so we go this way. Idolizer, huh? Okay. No worries, no worries. I'm not really going anywhere, so... Oh, ah! You guys are so annoying. I have a bunch of swords. Well, I have one big sword, I guess. No, thank you for stopping by and watching. And yeah, drop me a line on Twitch, or you can also just message me, just send me a post, tweet, whatever they're called these days. On I can't call it X. On Twitter, and I'll try to respond as fast as I can. Alright. Oh yay, that poor person's gonna turn into a monster. That's great. Alright, let's do this. Come on in. It's too late. Too late for us all. Yeah, that would be fine too, and then we can... Oh goodness, that's... That would work too, yeah. I don't like that. Are we supposed to... okay. Ow. Oh, let's get away from me. Really do not like this monster at all. Lost hope. That's. Oh, that's going to suck. There, it wore off just in time. What is left? I say cute. Alright, Lisa, you know you want to. There we go. Alright, and this boss is... done. Pumps of casting. Cute. Alright, let's keep going then. The Chosen Path. Oh, that's... La la la, defeating monsters. Defeating monsters? Richard, wow. Defeating monsters, let's try that again. One down, 2 to go. Alright, I forgot that activating Runescat lets me do that a couple times. I get these are supposed to be unholy terrors from beyond, but man. Jeez. Oh no. Oh, God. Come here. Let Aunt Celessa take care of you guys. Okay, let's get out of the vad. Terminus horror yeah. Did you just heal? What the heck? Thank you. Alright. Man. This is one of the happier dungeons. Yeesh. Palaka Ring of Healing. Come here. There we go. Get up nice and close. Oh, excuse me, goodness, excuse me. Almost ready. There we go. Here, have some holy magic, holy circles. Oh, cool. I'm admittedly behind on watching the show because I've been busy with life and such. But, awesome. I'd ask which episode, but at this point, I'm so far behind my own, like, you know, DVR'd episodes that I wouldn't know which one you were talking about. I need to catch up so bad. I should just have like a little marathon here by myself, me and my wife and just my son. Just watch a whole bunch of it. Oh no, that's bad. Horror themed. Oh, okay. So every time for Christmas or for Halloween then that we just had. They're still alive, alright. Ah, I can see that, you know. Delays happen. You know, you gotta check the scripts, check the timing, check the subs. Really? Interesting. That's unusual. Oh my god. He played that? That's awesome and frightening. Kinda like this place. Awesome and frightening. Right. I wonder if that's censored by Twitch because of the infamy of the game then. Pardon me while I scratch my eyes here, sorry. God, Night Trap. I haven't thought of that game in forever. I remember when it came out for Sega CD back in the day, because I'm old enough to remember that, and thinking, hey, it's the girl from Different Strokes. So that's what she's doing these days. It might be. It might just because oh, I think I might have it censored in my own personal list because of its misuse for transgender people, unfortunately, and such. But in any case, interesting. So it's that game. So it's Night Trap. All right. Now watch my whole stream get censored. Ready to roll? Let's do this. I believe it. I can believe it would be being originally a like a PC game. Oh, hey, let's. Oh no, that's not the effect. That's the ring being turned on fire. Unholy water. Oh, that's. All right. What do we do with these balls here, guys? We're gonna get knocked away, huh? All right. Alright, as long as we don't get knocked into the balls, it looks like it's okay then. Alright. Hey, Crescents. Yeah, you missed a lot of despair earlier, but not by a long time, so... Really, Elise? Now? I mean, sure, I guess? Oh, crap. I was supposed to be in the water then. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I can see, considering the timing and everything else, like someone having the idea of trying to do like a video-based game or something like that back in the day. Yeah, no, I just hate getting weakness, the weakness debuff. Alright, it's all stack up, folks. Come on. Now get away from me. Thankfully, the NPCs are not too stupid, but the scripting is not good enough to keep them alive. But still. Either siphon. Alright, now we're all running into water, okay. Okay. That's better. Wow, I did 2%. That's nice. %, 2%. Come on, guys, let's just finish this off. Ta-da! Oh yeah, no, I'm not really worried about the actual damage. It's just I try to be better about avoiding mechanics and stuff if I can help it. I know played Night Trap. Wow. I have to wonder if it's subtitled in Japanese or if he's trying to just deal with it based on just visuals. I remember playing Sewer Shark back in the day. God, Sewer Shark. Let me think here. In 92 and 93, I started working. I don't know, man. Night Trap's confusing for people who understand English. It's got a Japanese dub. Well, I think Sega actually helped pay for that one. Like, they helped fund it or something like that, so I can see them wanting to spend the money on that. And that was a statue getting knocked down. Okay, that's... Oh! That's... Okay, that's messed up. Hello, everyone. My name's Celeste. It's very nice to meet you. have a whole bunch of holy lights. How about that? Interesting. I wonder how that came about then. I bet. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait, no, we're not going that way. We're going this way. I will say I appreciate not being able to fall to my death. Like, I had never actually played Night Trap myself. So, I'm curious to see what it like actually like to see what the mechanics are like, and how he deals with them. I played Sewer Shark because we had a demo station. There we go, it's better. But mainly I use my Sega CD to play Lunar and Lunar 2 and other games from Working Designs before I ended up working for them, so... God, there's thoughts and memories that I didn't think I needed to think about right now. Oh, I don't like the fact that there you are, just right there. Come here. Sometimes I kind of wish there was an actual, like, group. Come here. We're gonna fight you all, we're not gonna fight you all at once. Come here. I trust you to keep me alive, Allie. Or Alphanod, rather. Alfie. Actually, yes. I was freelancing for them for a while, while I was in college. So, as... I'm not sure it's super common knowledge, but I'm 47. I really am an Osan. If you look up my name, and I think you probably look up, like, Richard Kim game credits probably is the best way to do it. You can see some of my information on I forget what the name of the website is, but cutscene. Yeah. Oh my. That really bothers me, that one right there. Working Designs was a very famous company for a while. They brought over a number of titles that are fan favorites, and I'm glad of it. But I cannot say I had the best time working for the company. Especially considering what happened to me with my favorite project at the time. But I'll get into that in a second. Because now that I'm thinking about it, it's making me angry, and I'm going to focus that anger on taking this dude out. Yeah, Lunar and Lunar 2 are some of my favorite games of all time. Getting to work on them for the PlayStation version was a dream come true. I was just thrilled at the idea that my name was going to be in the opening credits for the opening animation for Lunar 2. Because I really, really, really liked Lunar 2 when I played it on Sega CD. And then Victor Ireland replaced my name with his. And he put himself under the translation credit. It's okay. Not a lot of people know this because I haven't actually put it online, really. People who know this because they know me personally. And, like, I've never met Victor Ireland in person. I never met him at all. Never even spoke to him. I worked through a friend of mine who worked there. And I just got checks in the mail. But, oh, I thought I told you, dude. But yeah, no. The one credit that was, like, super big for me was taken away from me by Victor Ireland. And so if I ever meet him in person, I will have choice words for him. Although, as far as I can tell, no one's actually heard or seen from him since, so, you know. Flames of Decay. Let's get out of the way of that, shall we? Ow. Jerk. What are you doing? Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That was obviously the wrong thing. Those are all Victor, as far as I can tell. I'm gonna die from vulnerability stacks. That's gonna be great. As a fan, and as a translator, and as a localizer, and as a PM, pop culture references have a time and place. You know, if the character is making a reference in the original culture, whatever the culture might be, Japanese, whatever, crumbling sky, I don't know if I like this. And now we're all moving over here. Why are we moving over here? Why are we moving? Oh, hey. Ah. Oh, cripes. Okay, I see what's going on. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ow. Yeah, like, it's hard. My personal point of view on that one second, sorry. It sucked. Alright, well, I'm down to only 2 stacks again. If there is an obvious analog in the language that's being localized into, that's great. Go for it. If there is not, and you can figure out something that's similar, or reasonably similar, go for it. If you've got permission from your PM, or whoever, whatever's going on, your contact person. So sometimes, the client, or your boss, or whoever, you know, however you're doing it, you know, just realized I probably could have fallen off there. That would have sucked. Oh god, 3 stacks now, you jerk. Like with the Wadai gaining, I would just like honestly be like, you know, he makes a joke about someone, and I'd be like, you know, did I just die? I don't know what I'm supposed to do there, honestly. you know, just say that, you know, he's, you know, mention mention the person's name. The audience does not always need to know every last reference. Only if it's important. Like, if it's not important, Water Crypto, then you can let it go, honestly. Like, I've seen less veteran translators grind their teeth over trying to get every last thing in there, and it's not always important, is the thing. You know, jokes and stuff are great, but like, I don't know, talking about, you know, odori, most people in America will have no idea who they are. So you can just say, you know, so and so from odori, you know, the comedy duo odori. That's enough. That's all you got to do. You know, if the pun's important, if he's making a joke that involves something they've said, and you can get it in there without having to put 15 pages of liner notes on your screen, then that's great. But otherwise, no. I don't worry about it too much. As for the working designs, like, you know, Beavis and Butthead references and stuff like that, I don't like those because they age your game or your product. I don't want to be able to look at something and go, oh, this was made in the year X because it's making reference to this. That is bad. Unless that is the point. You want your products to be evergreen. You know, it's one thing to make a joke like, you know, that's good. Putting notes into things that are not meant for the production crew is always a bad thing, in my opinion. Alright, Svarbanu, let's do this. Alright, so the first thing he does is this. Okay, so I'm pink, so I guess I should be on pink. Nope, I should be on the other one then, alright. Alright, so that's the thing. So be on the opposite color. I'm blue now, so I want to be on red. Yes, okay, I can be taught. Hey, Alfie, can you, like, be healing anything for me? What's the color? What color am I? Alright, I want to stay out here, so... Hooray! I have learned a mechanic! I'm not sure why I didn't see the thing earlier, honestly. Okay, here comes meteors. Not bad, dude, that sucks. But yeah, so like... Even as a player back in the Sega CD days, ugh, God, this is so annoying. Come here, you jerk. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm always happy to talk about it. I've considered even doing, like, Grandpa Pocky, Uncle Pocky's old-time translation saloon or something like that, and to talk about my personal experiences and feelings on things. Okay, what color? What color? Okay, stay over here. Oh crap, let's get out of everyone's way here though. Ow! That's the wrong button, Richard. There we go. again. Considering that he's a sage that's not using the one buff to keep me. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna kill myself then. Screw you. Not Alfie, screw the dragon, I mean. There we go, much better. It helps when I learn the mechanics and know what's going on. Yay! Whew. Ah. But yeah, like I'm always willing to talk about, take questions about translating and talk about my experiences. I've been translating since 1998 or so, give or take, at this point. So 25. I've been translating 25 years. Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, 25 years of my life. Wow. Math, indeed. Palaka King. I have been dead for a lot of it. This is true. That's a really cool sword. I just wish it was glowy. Oh well. You know, I've done freelance. I've worked for game companies. I've worked for anime companies. Go for it. Feel free. That's hard to say. It really is. Like, I would never officially say you've done that, but I would say that you've... So, in the old days, you would never mention fan translation experience. If someone asked you how you got your chops, or you'd just be like, you know, I've translated stuff for myself, you know, read books and stuff like that, or for friends. But these days in the industry, at least in the US, more and more people understand. Yeah, we know what you're talking about. But also, fan translations aren't as necessary because Crunchyroll and all that stuff exists for anime, at least. Pardon me, I was a little parched there. That being said, it's on a case-by-case basis. I personally don't look down on it. When someone talks about it to me, you know, I usually just kind of do the la la la, I don't hear this, honestly. But some people care a lot. They're like, how dare you do this? This is, you know, blah blah blah. So, you know, I would personally not mention it unless it was brought up, and even then be like, you know, oh, I've had friends ask me questions and stuff, but I did not actually directly participate. It's safer that way, honestly, because you never know who has connections to what. Oh, geez, she looks really upset.
疑心中も他の人から転じた獣たちも見えないからこそ見えていたわ。
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say stop doing it, but yeah, definitely don't put it on your resume is all. Just like, practice is practice. Ironically, or interestingly, I guess, I never actually worked on anything fan-related directly. Like, I'd help friends if they asked me questions like, hey, how would you do this? How would you translate this? Or, have you ever heard this word before? Or, you know what this term is? Mainly because I was just busy with other stuff, more than anything else. Not that I was against the idea. So I officially and really have zero fan subbing experience for anything. That wasn't like just personal, like me watching something and then like telling my friends right then and there, oh, she just said this, or he just said that, or whatever. That's kind of how I got my start back in the day. So yeah, it's certainly not a bad thing, but definitely something you need to kind of, but you can't really list. And it's hard to get work because it is a crowded industry right now. Entertainment translation, there's a lot of people doing it, unfortunately, and AI machine translations are not helping with that, unfortunately. So alright, back to the game. That's bad. What do you mean?
月の監視者が言っていた言葉。古代人たちは電脈が循環不全を起こしている場所から星が腐り始めたと見たという話。まさにその通りだったんだわ。人から獣に転じた瞬間にエーテルが腐り落ちてしまうのよ。体はもちろん魂まで何一つ残らずに。
Oh man, that's so actual complete and utter disintegration of the self.
でも疑心中は何か言ってるみたいだった。人だった頃の思いが残ってるってことじゃないの？そうね。完全に腐り果てるまでならば。けれどそれは消えかけの残滓に過ぎない。
Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
そんな。じゃあ元には戻せないってこと？
Thank you, Endwalker, for not pulling punches at all, apparently. Good grief.
私たちの知っている方法では。いいえ、完全に無になってしまうのだもの。おそらくどんな方法をもってしても戻すことはできないわ。
How can you save something when there's literally nothing to actually do anything to? Oh man. In a world that has effectively reincarnation and karmic, well, yeah, I know. Karmic, not balance, but karmic rotation, being thrown off the wheel entirely like that is, yeah. Meanwhile, looking at all these monsters, it's like watching Shang-Chi a little bit here with the little soul eaters there. My God. How many people will I have to kill until this is all said and done?
ブリトラ様、皆さん、よくぞご無事で。いいのか、竜の姿を見せて。
Yeah, the despair from earlier was definitely bad despair.
ええ、彼らは真実を知る腹心たちです。何よりもこの秘密はもはや明かされなければならない。恐れながらブリトラ様、この悪夢のごとく最悪を前にしてラザホンは悲鳴と慟哭に埋め尽くされております。
Yes, we noticed that.
今こそ強き大使が必要なのです。どうか真相を告げ、ブリトラ様を御自ら神を率いてくださいませ。
Sorry while I take off my foot orthotic from earlier today. Hooray for foot injuries. Your true self? Oh, I see. He's saying reveal yourself as a dragon to everyone. Well, first we gotta find Shang-Chi and get the rings, and then we need to close the gate to the. Sorry. Hey, dragon.
俺を連れていて、空中戦にも多少の自信はある。話を聞いていなかったのか。こちらは私一人で、君たちは味わわせてくれ。
ST is not gonna listen to you.
エスティニアン、受け取れ。お前が面倒くさがって持とうとしなかった暁のリンクパールだ。ブリトラが別行動するって言うなら連絡手段がいるだろう。それを持ったお前がついていれば俺たちは助かる。だそうだ。観念した方が良さそうだぞ、大使様。振り落とされても構わない。正義の俺がいる。上等だ。さあ、とっとと空を制しに行くぞ。
Some employers do, some employers don't. It doesn't hurt. No one's going to turn their nose up at someone who has an N1. At least, God, I hope not. But there are companies that will be like, you don't have an N1? Eh. You know, with my 25 years of experience, I've run into it because they still don't think I speak Japanese somehow, even though I've been here for umpteen years. Been speaking Japanese since I was, 15, or working on Japanese since I was 15, translating for 25 years. No, none of that matters because I don't have the piece of paper. And you know what? F them. I'm just not gonna do it, honestly, at this point. But that being said, it's not a bad idea. But yeah, the companies all depend. Some companies are like, you must have N1, rawr. Other companies are just like, N2 is good enough. So I actually do have it. Well, back then it was called NICU. But yeah, even though everyone I know don't think I need it, some companies do, because they just refuse to believe, you know, my portfolio and my history and everything else. So, eh. But yeah, like, if I were younger and newer to the whole situation, I would be going for the N1, because sometimes people just won't look at you without it. Just, you know, it's the problem with anything involving resumes and stuff like that. I can understand that. You know, I personally think N2 is good enough for most things, but, you know, like, if you want to be an interpreter, you want N1. Definitely.
もちろんです。私たちはそのためにこの地へ来たのですから。重ねて感謝。ひとまずはラザハンの都まで戻るといたしましょう。
Alright. Going to remember to change jobs. There we go. All life must end in death, yet death, in turn, gives birth to new life. Such is the flow of ether. To think that natural cycle can simply be cut off, the very thought makes me shudder. Hey, you know, everyone goes at their own pace, man. After so long, and so many sacrifices, we finally found a way to cure the tempered. But these poor souls, they vanished without a trace. Is there truly no saving them? While Estenian and Vitra defend Razda head from above, we on the ground must find a means to preserve these transformations. And soon. The stillness in the air puts me ill at ease. We must be wary. I've heard people like Anki too. It depends really what your goals are, really. Worry not. I can see your other and that of our companions. We have not suffered the fate of those unfortunate souls. The word Anki means to memorize. So, there you go. It's a memorization app, really. /site, I believe. Some people use it just because they want to get more vocabulary. It's not great for grammar, in my opinion, but that was from a long time ago. I haven't actually looked at it for years at this point, so. Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to... Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know these beasts were once my own people. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever's to come. I'm gonna take the money. Actually, yeah, I don't really care about dye that much, I guess. And these are all purchasable, right? I can always get more dyes. Yeah, Duolingo is based off of books, which are very polite structure and stuff like that. Because it's easier to start from the polite structure and kind of loosen up than it is to go the other way, in a lot of people's opinions. So, oops, let me switch back. Ehewan's burden is heavy indeed, yet he need not bear it alone. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduta for the time being. There, I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which they would have occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight as to a possible solution. What is wrong with my talking today? Bleh. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Eliza and I will see to Pax's path. Thancred and Ishtala, pray made for Dharma. I leave Arthur the Graha and you, Celesta. Any information you can gather on the first blast from me, or the manifestation of the final days here in the city, would be most useful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let's reconvene in front of the Megaduta, that we might share what we've learned with the set trap. I can understand that. I would make sure I would get some practice in speaking it, at least just normal Desma stuff. More importantly, you want to be able to do Keigo and emails, actually. That is possibly one of the biggest things I could suggest. Suggest to someone. Because like the number of emails I send for my work in the past up to this point in my life, where it's like ikaga deshoka this and taihen motion waka gozaimasen, I send that. And yeah, I'm sorry, Crescents. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I look up things on Google all the time for certain things, but at the same time, you can't always do that. So like I have in my brain I've got base structures and stuff I use when I email companies and such. So yeah. So yeah, definitely at least you don't have to be like an expert, but definitely be used to the idea that you can write an email. You don't necessarily have to do the long openings of like, it is spring and the flowers are blossoming and all that stuff, but at least be able to use the right verbiage and stuff like that, because unless you know someone very well, especially if you're contacting a company that you don't work with or know, you want to be able to speak that, because so they take you seriously. Even if you're not Japanese. I can see that. Shall we be off then? Arthur is home to the High Crucible Alchemia, right, I forgot about that. Whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. That seems to be as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. We're going up that way. Alchemy. Ha 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 ha. Like, it's funnier in Japanese because alchemy, but in Japanese then they would say renkinjutsu, so it's not the same word twice. But in English, not so much. So, like, if it was me working on that, I would have been like, alchemy. Yeah, ha 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 ha, crypto, ha 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 ha. Just meteors and stuff fall from the sky, that's all it is. But like I would be like, you know, if it's alchemia, then I would have tried to do something other than alchemy for the word. But that's a tough one, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, dude. Oh, I bet. Ah, I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? Right. We were assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. You know, ranking jutsu for your daily life is one thing, but when you're translating games or anime or whatever, it comes up more often than you think. But more importantly, the kanji for den, I mean, jutsu and shi. Jutsu comes up a lot, shi comes up a lot, kin, of course, you know, whatever. But you wouldn't think ren comes up very often, but it does come up a fair amount. So, in like things you read. Suddenly, I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balsan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beak pokes his head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we know now where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. I can't jump into the scary red lava? Alright. Well, we go over there then. The Blasphemy Unmasked. So this is the Venerian weave. I must say, it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I have not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to the Charland, and like as not, I will never reside there again. Yeah, not a lot of people are hiring it now. Keywords doesn't really hire full-time translators, they hire contractors. Which is part of the problem. Like, you can't get a visa through them, even if you're in Japan, because they're not going to hire you as a full-time employee. They're just going to ask you to do, you know, work, spec work. As for 8.4, they're actually not that big a company, from what I recall. So they generally only really hire when someone leaves the company for other opportunities or stuff like that, and they're replacing someone with their internal. I think they also do contracting as well. Like, they'll contact people they know when they need more manpower, but they don't do visas for people unless they're full-time employees. So that's the trick, honestly, is finding a company here that will do that. You might have to, yeah. You might want to think about going to companies that need localization that are not entertainment, honestly. Like technology companies or stuff like that, because people like us want to be in entertainment because it's more enjoyable, but you know, the other jobs pay better, honestly, and they will actually hire you full-time usually if they have a slot open. That's, again, part of the problem. What the heck? What's wrong with my glasses? I need to get new lenses. places, I guess. Not that I'm much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I will never reside there again. Technical translation is not necessarily the same. It's honestly more difficult in some ways than entertainment translation because you've got to stick to certain types of speech and such. You can do directions, but technical translations aren't just directions. They're also like, manuals, tech spec decks and stuff like that too. So like, it's the other way around, honestly, but not because of the technical side of things, but more, there are far more people who want to be in entertainment than there are who want to do the other kinds of translations. Truth be told, if I could tell myself in the past to focus on like learning some technical stuff so I could get jobs working on like for electronic companies or something like that, I might, because the pay would be better. That said, in recent days I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it, the wisdom of ancient Alag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvus again, if only once. Yeah, I mean, entertainment is definitely much more fun, but it doesn't pay nearly as well, and it's a market that's full. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we have more pressing concerns these days. We have not come in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of this place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better look asking there. It would be safer, and if you're a Seishain, the chances of you losing the job is much harder, honestly, so... getting a Seishain job is tough, honestly. Is something the matter, traveler? If you're at loss, perhaps I can be of assistance. You're always most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampages through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work, when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around, and there was the fiend. Its massive body bursting through the entryway like the force of a tidal wave. And then it was gone, as quickly as it came. Alright, last person for this bit. Sisters have mercy, what is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger is past. At least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First I heard the screams. Then a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge. Bigger than a Marid, throwing people about like rag dolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, so others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder. More voices in the throng. Beasts or victims I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening. I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind when you're able. I suspect that's the most we can expect from the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, getting a Seishain job anywhere, honestly. You know, since Japan's laws for employment are very strict in some ways, you know, getting a safe shining job is lovely. Alright, here we go. Judging by their account, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetherite Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in the Mayhain can surely tell us more. It's not just that, Crypto, actually. You can't just live in Japan. You have to actually have a work visa to reside here, unless you're a citizen or a permanent resident. Like, the treaty with America says that people can come from the US for 3 months without a visa of any kind. Technically speaking, you get a travel visa when you leave the country. But to actually, like, live here, like, get an apartment and everything else, you have to have a work visa, so... But yeah, I see what you're saying there. Oh, hey. Yay! Nope, can't jump out. No, see... Let me read this really fast and I'll give your comment there, Crescent. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it. Including the very instant the poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands and black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast. Massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends started shrieking, and the black mist comes again, until the change takes them too. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know whose those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw me heal the barmaid chatting with them, though. She might know something. So, if you're here for a short period of time and just working, that's fine, because you're still being paid back home. You're not being paid you're not going to be paying taxes here. The money you make, even though you're technically not in the States, you know, you're on vacation, you're just working remotely. It doesn't really matter, because you're still being paid at your base home. Now, if you were trying to move here, like if you want to move here permanently, that's one thing. If you want to travel in Japan and work from here, that's fine. They don't have to pay taxes here because you're a traveler. You're not trying to be a citizen. So your people don't. I think they thought you meant you wanted to move here. You know, it's one thing to be here for a month and work remotely. I've known several people who've done that actually. Because if it wasn't possible, then my boss Chris wouldn't be able to work when he was here visiting. You know, workations are totally a thing. 100% a thing here. You know, you don't have to pay taxes in Japan. You're not trying to access the Japanese social system, and even then, actually, like you're not trying to get social security or health insurance here. Although you still can use the hospitals and stuff like that. So like if you want to come to Japan for a month and like work 3 or 4 days a week remotely, you know, whatever, feel free. I've had dozens of friends do that. There is no law against it at all. As long as, you know, you log your hours properly with your company and they take care of taxes for you in the US. You know, for tax purposes, you're still in the US, even if though you're technically here. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it, anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the corner as Marie poured me a drink, when suddenly there came this dreadful sound like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sent shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered me no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Marie, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait. Did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Well, I've had friends who... The only way that would work would be you work for a Japanese company, a Japanese branch of a US company, and your salary remains the same level, as it were, as it was in the US, just converted into yen. You cannot live in Japan but be paid by a US company like that, unfortunately. That just does not work. That's a law, a tax law thing. This is why the company that I work for, I worked for the Japanese branch, and I'm paid paid my wage by the Japanese company. So California money in Pennsylvania is pretty good, admittedly. But right now, especially with the way the exchange rate and stuff, everything is, so... Oh, hello there. Welcome to Marine's Mayhem. What can we get you? We have not come for libations, but rather for information. You're a Mahil, yes? We're investigating the so-called blasphemy on the Satrap's behalf. We hear that was one of your customers, a merchant that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Thavarian specialties. Yes, the names ring a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thavner? If I can recall correctly, Kalzal ran a trading operation in Yedlimad, and it was there that you made Matsuya's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear he had fallen on hard times as of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere could not have been good for business. Even now, where the tower's gone, the collapse of the empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Yeah. I do remember him, actually. Trying times for the for the head of the trading consortium indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even though his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting as far as I could hear. Yet as they discussed matters further, Kalzal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... Forgive me. I would not have you recall the memory of what brings you pain. If I could, I would just ask for one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kalzal lived for his work, and he had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Man, that sucks. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something that I do not. I can direct you to them if you still believe it would help. What do you say? Yep, time to go talk to some neighbors. Ah. Dang it. Keep forgetting to switch back to Sage for these. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. She seems like a nice person. Actually, I guess I can just... yeah, skip cutscenes. Kalzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kalzal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Thank you for your help. Come, let's see where this lead takes us. Wow, that's a lot of places to talk. Alright, let's go, Gra. Let's see. After leaving the Mahane, we're to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetherite Plaza. Alright. That's why there's so many talking points. I swear I can walk. Oh, come on. So we have to go turn and do a U-turn here, it looks like, and like that way, so. Up where you go these stairs, I think, yeah. From here, we ascend the stairs. Cat's bumping into walls. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Ah, this must be huge. In which case, we should take the path leading southeast. Alright. This place is a little maze-like, so... we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Razatan at our leisure once this crisis has passed. That'd be nice. Alright, there we go. Hello, quest point. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Right, indoors. Go through doors, Richard. Aha. Hello, Mati. Kalzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return, he'd spend his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn until dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then, at night, I heard the door open. I looked up to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low. A man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see. The situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of. Other than the troubles with the consortium, he was the same old Kalzal, cordial and honest, like always. These questions you're asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter, and be prepared to take refuge should the trap order it. Well, then. That's great. Closed door, closed door. Little gate that we cannot jump over because of reasons. Turning off the heater because it's making weird noises. Trying to clean it out. Parigama. If the English Chester position at Keywords is a safe shine job, then there you go. Like, yeah, you can work your way up. I worked for them for a while as a customer service person, actually, customer service lead of sorts, and they're not a horrible company to work for. I just didn't want to work for a big company again, so I left them after a while. And yeah, they moved their offices a little bit further to the west of, I don't remember where it is now actually, but like I went there once. I remember it being quite a bit of a trek though. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnair. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask you a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzal? If so, did you know anything unusual about him recently? Then yeah, that's no visa there then, unfortunately. It's the same as being a contract translator. They hire you for the project, you know, and then when it's done, and move on to the next. So, Calzal? I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around thanks to a generous order from Rovida Fibers. Why, he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Gina Baja might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Gina Baja at Rovida Fibers. This sounds promising. All the way over there, huh? Well, can't teleport because Raha will not follow, so time to run. Yeah, Keywords is a huge company with offices in many places, and so a lot of the QA people and the translators and such are all in contract work. You know, they hire you for a while, oftentimes remotely because, you know, they can do that kind of work. And then, excuse me, it's 11:46 already. I'll go ahead and finish this quest off, and I think I'll be done for the night. Unfortunately, Crypto, I will not be able to raid tomorrow night. I've got some stuff going on. So I probably won't be able to raid again until December at the earliest at this point. To Dharma. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magic run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Marat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? Despair, that's what. There's one, like, Lion Bridge or something like that? But... oh, nice. I have to... Thursday is actually a holiday here in Japan, too, so I'm taking the Friday off to have a 4-day weekend with my family. So... but I'm still working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And Wednesday I've got to go to the ward office to take care of something for my son, actually, so... they're farming silkworms. This must be Rovida Fibers, where we should find Gina Baja. Masks on everyone. Oh, nice. And hurry, I say, and hurry, I say. There's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before these accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could sleep when the job is done. Ah, yes. Address updations. Always fun. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to do. Ask the other what to put where. Ah, the joys of having a residential card. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these 6 cells are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Now, before I do that, time to play Jump Down. Okay, I think I know what I need to do here. Tricky, tricky, tricky. There we go. Ta-da! Ah! Wrong class! Gosh darn it! Keep wasting XP. Okay, so we go through here. Hello, Kamala. Oh well. I mean, my stage is 85 at this point, so I'm not, like, gonna fall too far behind at this point. This area is for employers only. Out! Out! What's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindurva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Naberfall by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is from Manua, and that massive crate there goes to Zaymura in the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. Alright, so... The right, is it? Then you come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to my primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. And then the big crate. Good thing I'm a paladin and all about strength and stuff. Like she's like, do. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing, that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. A crate full of products, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. Alright, dude, have a good night. Thanks for talking, and I'll talk to you later, man. Have a good rest. Yeah, I'll be stopping myself soon too, so... You've carried all the crates to the storehouses, you say? And so quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. Well, I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jinabaha, and assure my work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for the distraction. Too many terrible things happening of late. But generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. Alright. Remember this time. Did I ask, have you? If Kamal is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You've done us a great favor, traveler. Alright. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our waste safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed? We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day. But those of us still here saw it all. Sorry, dude. We looked at the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of our colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant, he, too, spouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he, too, transformed. I'm sorry. There was something you wanted to ask? Indeed. You knew the merchant Calzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Calzal? I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were as plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. That's the link. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by their fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing this change. I suspect that everything began with Calzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remains unclear, but I believe we're drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Oh, no, it's 85 quests, okay. Gonna have to grab some more XP in the near future then. Alright, so we'll start this quest, so don't forget, and then we will, I'll stop for the night, I think. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduda, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they'll have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed. I thank you for your concern and pray you too take care as well. Alright. And there we go. Thank you folks for watching tonight. Hope you had a good time. I'll be back maybe next Friday. I'm not sure yet, because it's, you know, Thanksgiving weekend for everyone back at home, so, meh. Any case, take care, have a good day, good night, whatever, and I will talk to you all later. Take care, folks. See you next time.